Hey guys, how's it going? So we're on a very interesting day that Tectone started himself. I didn't even know about this until Tectone tweeted this tweet right here. It's about a video that he recently put out, and by recently I mean his last video that he made because I went and looked for myself. But this isn't Twitter drama. In fact, if this was Twitter drama, I would have already been aware of it. But no, this is actually on his own YouTube. And again, I did not know about this until Tectone put out this tweet. So this wasn't started or instigated on Twitter. And on Twitter, it's anything goes. There are like mass different communities that will shit on you in a heartbeat. But when it comes to a person's specific channel, whether it be YouTube or Twitch, that more or less is going to coincide in your general community or anyone who is just kind of roundabout in your community. You got to understand when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, it will try to it'll obviously put out your video to your subscribers first, no brainer, duh. But it will then kind of like send your video to the home pages of anyone who has watched your videos before or might be interested in your video, depending on who you are and whatever content you're making. So, what's the video? It's actually Tectone's reaction to the Firefly trailer, The Embers of Glamoth, the one with the big battle with the swarm. But to my point, this is basically Tectone getting ratioed by his own community and other people in the Star Rail community themselves. 4.8 to 3.7. That is quite the significant ratio. But, and you guys are probably asking this, why did Tectone get ratioed? Why did Tectone get absolutely slaughtered in even his own comments? Bro became what he hates most, a Paimon. He's 100% watched this full on his own and is just trolling the community, which could be true. He could be trolling. Teccy being fucking annoying in this reaction, like, holy fuck, dude. Sounds like bro needed to crank one out before this react. Bro is actually yapping. Not sure which is more impressive. Firefly blowing up a planet or 15,000 people managing to actually get through this reaction video in the first 2 hours. More or less referring to probably his Twitch stream. And this one is maybe the biggest. How to completely nullify any tension from a banger video. Teccy style. Talking about pounding, realism in an all-out war of anime mecha versus bugs. Yeah, it's about Firefly being single target when obviously she's going to be a destruction character. And freeze frame to see pixel titties when a nuclear explosion just went off and it's only halfway through the video. That's some skills right there. Bro became a Paimon, the one thing he hates most. 20 seconds in and we are already talking about pounding. Blood knows nothing about mech anime. And that is more or less the comments of the whole video. And I'll concede this point. Tectone is more or less probably trolling. That is Tectone's character. He loves to troll. He loves to agitate the overall community that he is in, which is the gacha game community. That is his character. But the thing is, and I've even defended Tectone about this, whenever he trolls people, because more or less he usually trolls people that deserve to be trolled. I do kind of agree with that. But when you end up trolling the people within more or less your community, you kind of get what you deserve. And the thing is that this is coming from a guy who absolutely enjoys Tectone's content. I have followed Tectone since the days of the Staff of Homa banner incident. I have been watching Tectone and enjoying his content since those days. But in this video here, even though I understand he is trolling, even though I understand that he is just trying to kind of stick it to the gacha game community, just to kind of farm reactions, farm views, you also got to take the good with the bad. And I think that Tectone kind of misses the mark and misses the point when he tries to kind of go about doing this, but more or less misses the point on why overall people kind of disagree. Because if this was Twitter drama, I would have been pretty much on Tectone's side, because I understand when it comes to Twitter, people are just going to shit on you just for the most ridiculous takes. That's Twitter. I don't take Twitter drama too seriously, especially when it comes to the most silly things. But in this video, because I watched his reaction, and honestly, I was thinking to myself, oh my god, my dude here is literally just spending half the fucking video just yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping. And it is true. In this part of the video, the dude just literally...
You should break her neck and then she should just be sitting there naked, bro. That's how you sell numbers, bro. Right? Imagine if you were never born. You'd never know what you were missing. You were put on this. It's like, dude, being alive is like being told there's a party and you're not invited, right? It's like, oh, dude, you live just to die. Isn't that fucking depressing, bro? Where'd the tree go? Wait, where did the tree go? Where did the tree go? You want to know why this is bullshit? Is because Firefly's only good at single target damage, right? And this AoE fight makes no sense. So, like, according to the lore, this fight just doesn't make any sense. I also hate when you're watching a Gundam fight and, like, one of them, like, gets punched in the arm, and then the mech guy goes, ah, inside the mech. It's like, bro, you didn't even get hit. It was your robot. Like, these people are schizophrenic, feeling pain that doesn't exist. Why the fuck is Firefly in there sweating, shitting, and coming when, like, what's the point of the robot then? Like, she looks fine. She's moving like she's fine. It's bullshit.
And the thing is that this doesn't even make sense. If you're going into this fight like Iron Man style, where you are just literally wearing a suit of armor, there is a case, depending on how hard you get hit, you might feel it. And yes, that again, Iron Man style, you are going to probably be tired because you yourself are controlling the motions. It would make sense for why she's tired, but again, Tectone is just more or less just trolling here. Because he said Firefly is single target. He knows that's not true. So again, he's trolling. He's just trying to farm engagement by saying silly shit like this. He's going to get comments, people trying to correct him like I just did right there. Now, let's go to his response. Let's go to actually what he just put out an hour ago, where he literally at the beginning of his stream started talking about what went down. And in this, he literally just put out his tweet about, I'm back to find out my own community has turned against me. We got a lot to talk about. And literally right in the beginning of the stream, he starts talking about it. So let's listen in.
So what's the problem, you fucking pussies? Oh, you upset? You upset because I didn't cry enough? Oh, you didn't take it seriously. Oh, this was a bad react. Oh, this was a bad react. Oh, man. He wasn't even paying attention. Oh, my God. His jokes are so forced. Oh, my God. You're going to hurt Firefly's feelings. You didn't cry. Oh, you didn't cry enough. I'm going to go to Tectone's Twitter community. Oh, he didn't take it seriously. And that made me so mad. It made me so mad. All he was doing was joking. Yeah, bro. Welcome to the first time watching Tectone. Yeah, I make jokes. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Yeah, man, I make jokes. Can you? Well, I didn't like the jokes. Okay. All right. What do you want me to do, man? Then the jokes aren't for you. No, okay, here we go. Nobody cares that you cried, lol. Just kind of a weird rage bait react because your fans didn't care for your type of videos. Okay. Explain how it was a rage bait video. You say it's a rage bait. I say you're a pussy. How the fuck is that video a rage bait? Spoiler alert, guys. His rebuttal is lackluster. I don't think it was a... Oh, wait a minute. So, okay, here we go. Okay. So, it's a weird rage bait. I don't think it was a rage bait, but I saw some other commenters saying that. It was a little too gooner for me. Now, first of all, if you don't believe something, why the fuck would you parrot it? Because just because a lot of people say something doesn't mean it's true. Because if that were the case, then over 1 million people have had sex with your mom.
So here's where I think Tectone starts to miss the mark. So he says, this commenter that is, I don't think it was a rage bait. So I believe he's speaking for himself specifically, that it wasn't a rage bait toward him. And I can agree to that. And I think that's what the viewer was trying to say, that he didn't view it as a rage bait. Now, it didn't rage bait me because I know that he is just trolling. And I know that he did not want to go into it doing what everyone else was doing in the Honkai Star Rail community, I myself included, where we were trying to enjoy and commentate on the video based on how good it was, because it was an excellent video. And that's more or less what the community was wanting. And that's probably what Tectone's own community was wanting as well, was to see Tectone give an honest take about how great the video was. But Tectone went a different direction, which was to add more humor and just be Tectone himself, which is just to be an abrasive troll and just have fun. As someone like myself and probably this commenter being aware of that, the thing is that when you are walking into a room, read the room. If this is a party and everyone's having fun and telling jokes, all right, go into that room and tell jokes, have fun. But when the community, and again, Tectone has no defense, this is his own community that has ratioed him. That's what this community wanted. They wanted him to give an honest take. Now, I know Tectone will probably argue, well, you're coming to my channel, you should read the room of my channel. Fair point. And I think that there's something to be said for that. But you got to also consider that your channel encompasses an overall community because you based your channel around gacha games, specifically Star Rail, because I know he loves Honkai Star Rail, so he's going to definitely entice Star Rail players, community members, to check out his channel. And your channel lives and dies based on your community. Without a community, your channel is nothing. And if your community is ratioing you, you miss the mark. So even though you have the defense of it's my channel, so my channel is the room, it's a little different when your channel lives and dies by your community. So, no, the community is the room. And you just made a video that missed the mark, even though you were just making a video to troll. What the community did not want was a troll reaction video. What they wanted was to see your genuine take on Firefly's trailer about this whole big epic battle. That's what your community wanted, and that's why you got ratioed.
I was just saying some other fans' concerns. That's it. And you know what's great, Zeratis? When you echo other people's false concerns with the lack of logic, all that's doing is adding to the sludge pool.
To his argument, to Tectone's argument, you are right. And the thing is Tectone's always usually fighting a whole community. Specifically, the crazy side of Genshin Impact's community. So he has this mentality, and to a degree justified mentality, of knowing that there is a large community out there that hates him, that will always shit on him, especially when it comes to Genshin Impact takes, and also just bizarre takes in general. But the thing is, that is Twitter. More or less, that always happens when he is fighting a Twitter community, because it's always started in Twitter. But this is different, because this is a ratio from YouTube. And you take that in part with, I've literally scrolled down here and I just see nothing but YouTube commenters shitting on his video. Dude yapping more than Paimon. Tectone's next video about Firefly trailer drama, which is more likely going to happen. Bro really has smaller mind than a baby. Why does his yapping and this reaction does not feel normal? It's literally on and on. You can't say that all these people don't have a point when he's bringing up their talking points. If all these people that are not the normal people that usually you fight with are saying you missed the mark, you probably missed the mark. And if this was Twitter, I would be here with him because I know it's more or less probably the people that he usually fights on Twitter. But because this is YouTube, and because all these comments and all these probably 4.8 thousand people are shitting on your video, you probably made a bad video.
Okay? Now you can say it's a little bit too gooner for me. Is what it is. I don't give a fuck.
And that's not the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are probably some people that don't care for a gooner perspective. That's fine. But in my opinion, and I'll speak for myself, the dude literally does yap a good chunk of this video and makes comments that are just kind of not relevant to the moment. Don't get me wrong, a good chunk of the time he does make relevant points, but then you also got to account for the other half of the time that he doesn't. And again, he's doing all this to be a troll. And that goes back to my previous point. That's not what the community wanted. That's not what your community wanted, which was to make a troll video. They wanted a genuine take video.
Hey man, I think that shit's funny as fuck. And I'll keep it a buck. When you put a bunch of naked ass fucking bodies in front of me, I'm gonna say, Gyat!
And again, he's saying that to be funny. And I'm not gonna comment anymore on that point.
Because that's how it goes. Okay, so once again, you can't explain how it's a rage bait. Let's see someone else. Who's upset at me? Who's upset? Go ahead. Who thinks it's a rage bait and can put that shit into words?
I'll take a shot. It's a rage bait because you literally spend half the fucking time yapping. You make silly comments based on, again, I'll use your own terminology, all the naked bodies in the video. And then you make silly Gundam mech references. Of course you're trying to troll. Especially in the beginning, and this is the biggest outlier. You make a comment right here saying that Firefly is a hunt character, because doing single target, that is. When I know for a fact you know she's a destruction path character. It was clearly, at least that point, at least the whole single target point was clearly rage bait. I could hear an argument that the rest of it was just him just yapping just to yap for a reaction video.
Because apparently people were, oh, dude, oh, man, such a rage bait. How? No, brother, man. If you think that video was a rage bait, you are a pussy. You are a weak bitch. You are caught up in your feelings because I didn't cry at Firefly's lore. That's not how it goes. Motherfuckers be saying, oh, dude, he didn't take it seriously. Yeah, here's the crazy thing, man. I don't take anything seriously.
And that's fine. You don't have to take it seriously. Understand that as a content creator, and this is somebody who, and I'm not going to speak specifically as a content creator because I'm not a big content creator, but there was one thing that I do understand very well. That's business, that's marketing, and that's production. When you are going about business and you are trying to sell a product, in this case, the content creator is the product along with the content that he creates. But his content, his product is centered around himself. You have to be able to sell something that your consumers will want. In this case, the audience is the consumers. Supply and demand then takes place. What is it that you are supplying? Well, in this case, the demand is a video, a reaction video, based on Firefly's trailer. What is the community and the general audience wanting? They're wanting to see a genuine response to Firefly's trailer. A response that gives insight and gives a genuine reaction to what's going on, because it was an epic and awesome video. So therefore, when you don't give in to the demand, your audience, in this case the overall audience, based on what Tectone's ratio looked like, did not like what you were supplying. So that's what happened. And that's where I think Tectone's missing the mark. It's not that they wanted him to cry. It's not that they think it was a rage bait. And whether it was a rage bait or not doesn't matter. Like I said, there's only like one part in the video that I think could have been a rage bait. But this is where Tectone misses the mark. It was a case of him not reading the room, understanding what even his community wanted, which was a genuine response. And that's why he got ratioed. And as you can see here in Tectone's own Twitch comments, what if I thought it was a mid-react though? No one's asking you to cry, bro. Even his own Twitch responses are having people say, hey, this was kind of missing the mark. And this person is a subscriber and is even telling you straight up, hey, it was just kind of a mid-react. Teccy, you missed the mark. And this is coming from a guy who is a subscriber of yours, who has been following you since the days of the Staff of Homa incident, and has made videos talking about how I defend you in a lot of your dramas. If I myself am telling you missed the mark, you missed the mark. And you can even go look at your messages that I've sent you. I've always been a supporter of yours. So hopefully it does mean something. But overall, I think to kind of like sum it up, I think this was 100% a case of Teccy wanting to do one thing, and then the overall community just wanted something different. And again, that kind of goes back to my supply and demand comparison. Teccy was supplying one thing, the community was demanding a different thing. I don't think this was a case of the community wanting him to cry. I think this was just a case of Teccy wanted to do something and it just went a completely different direction. And that happens. You think the community wants something, and in turn, it turns out they wanted something different. It happens. You miss the mark. You learn from how you made that mistake. And then you just go and proceed forward with that knowledge. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you think Teccy missed the mark here with his Firefly reaction? And also just kind of comment on your thoughts overall with the whole situation. I know this is kind of silly. In my opinion, it kind of is silly. But I think this is probably a learning experience for Tectone when it comes to kind of reading the room of his community and the overall community of Honkai Star Rail. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. You guys have been great, and I'll catch you guys later.